Good YouTube. Quinn Wade coming at y'all with that instant basketball analysis on Analysis Playground on YouTube, exclusively on there. Um, Philadelphia 76ers beat the New Orleans Pelicans 124 to 114. The Sixers go to 27-21, 15-13 at home. The Pelicans go to 13-38, 5-19 on the road. Pelicans won the first quarter 33-31. They lost the second quarter 36-21, but they won the third quarter 27-20. And then they lost the fourth quarter 37-33. Big basket from VJ Edgecombe at the top of the key. 3-point shot. Joel Embiid fadeaway was essential. He also hit a 3-point shot at the top of the key, and then Tyrese Maxey was getting to the basket as he pleased, and he even hit a jump shot to make sure that the Pelicans wasn't making a run to be able to win the game. The more we score, the more chances y'all have of losing, and they scored as much as they needed to be able to get the win. Herbert Jones made a good three, but other than that, he went 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 3 from 3, 5 points in 31 minutes for the Pelicans. 1 rebound, 5 assists, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and a minus 13 in plus minus. Zion Williamson, he was out there for 30 minutes, but you couldn't really tell in this one. He had 11 points and was 2 of 6 from the field and 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Usually he has bigger and more dominant games than that, even this season. Not the case in this one. 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers. He did have 2 blocks. In this one, he also had 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, was a minus 17 in plus minus. Trey Murphy the third played 38 minutes. He had 19 points. He ended up taking the most shots on the team. He went 8 of 21 from the field and 3 of 11 from 3. He's still trying to figure out what more can he do besides bomb threes. He has a drive game that needs to be improved. He has the strength that he needs to be able to take the contact, to be able to drive by and keep in front. And also, he has to have the floater package and the layup package too. If not, you got to get to that free throw line, and he's still figuring those things out right now in his career. And we'll see if he's able to put it all together. 9 rebounds ended up being the most on the team, though. He also had 2 assists and no turnovers and a block. 2 offensive rebounds, 2 personal fouls, and a minus 7 and plus minus. Derek Queen, it looked like he was going to have a decent night in the beginning of the game, but it just turned out to be a good one. 19 minutes, he had 9 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 6 boards, 2 assists. He did have 3 turnovers. He got a block, and then he had 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a minus 10 and plus minus. Sadiq Bey was their best offensive player scoring the basketball wise. He played 32 minutes, which ended up being a good amount for him because he had 34 points. He went 12 of 19 from the field to get it. He was able to hit shots from the perimeter, also get near the basket, and also get to the free throw line. He went 4 of 7 from 3, 6 of 6 from the free throw line. He had 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 turnover, and he also had 1 offensive board and 1 personal foul, and was a minus 8 and plus minus. Carlo played 16 minutes, had 2 points. He went 1 of 1 from the field. That was his only shot that he had to make, and he did. He did also have 5 boards, 1 assist, 2 turnovers, and 2 steals, and 2 blocks. The 2 blocks was really good with those 2 steals because it's hard to do both. But he was able to get it done in 16 minutes. 1 offensive rebound, 1 personal foul. He was a plus 8 and plus minus. Easy. He was trying to score near that rim, but he ended up blowing some opportunities. 28 minutes was the most off the bench. He had 7 points. He went 3 of 8 from the field, 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Had the most rebounds off the bench with 8. He also had 3 assists, no turnovers, and 4 blocks. The 4 blocks ended up being the most on the team. He also had 3 offensive boards, 2 personal fouls, was a plus 4 and plus minus. Jose Alvarado played 18 minutes. He got easy opportunities throughout the game, but it was mainly threes that he took. Well, he only took threes. He went 3 of 8 from 3, and then he also went 1 of 1 from the free throw line. He had 2 rebounds and 3 assists, no turnovers, and he did have a steal that was right in front of his face. So he just had to grab it. And other than that, 2 personal fouls and a minus 10 and plus minus for him. Micah Peavy, 9 minutes. He had a spot up 3. The other shot was a 2-pointer. He went 2 of 4 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. 1 assist, 1 turnover, 1 personal foul, and a minus 4 and plus minus. And of course, Jeremiah Fears, no longer a starter for this team, but he played 21 minutes and had 12 points. He went 4 of 12 from the field, 2 of 4 from 3, 2 of 2 from the free throw line is interesting having Alvarado and Fears coming off the bench, but that's what they're doing now. He didn't really have a good shoot night though. He his jump shot is what he has to rely on right now in his career, and it's a little shaky. But if he can get to the basket or find other ways to slip in some other points, he'll be more efficient. But he hasn't been able to do that just yet. Got to watch some more film. 4 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers. He also had 2 blocks and 2 steals and 1 block. He also had 2 personal fouls and was a +7 and plus minus. And then Philly, they just played their stars. Remember, Paul George did get suspended, so he won't be back until his 25 games are done. So he's not injured, by the way, is what I'm saying. Dominic Barlow, 8 points for him in 28 minutes. He missed his only 3. And he also went 2 of 2 from the free throw line. He had 3 rebounds, 0 turnovers, and 2 steals. The 2 steals ended up being the most on the team. He also had no personal foul in the +14 and plus minus. They knew that Barlow was the guy. He's been good for him all year. So it is nice to see him still be good for him now. Joel Embiid had his way with the defense. 39 minutes, 40 points for him. It was not a problem for him to get it. He also went 13 to 27 from the field, had the mid-range, had the 3, had the ability to come right at you with no fear, and went 11 to 14 from the free throw line, also had 11 boards. He had 4 assists, did have 5 turnovers. Sometimes he get a little clumsy and he gets a little predictable. You know what he's trying to do, you know what he's trying to go for, and turnovers can happen that way. And sometimes he just gets stuck trying to do too much and then gives the ball up, and it just be obvious where he's trying to pass it to. And that's how Alvarado got one off of him. 1 steal and 2 blocks, 4 offensive rebound, 2 personal foul, +16 and plus minus for him. Kelly Oubre Jr., 30 minutes, 19 points for him. He went 7 to 13 from the field, 3 of 7 from 3, 2 of 4 from the free throw line. He had 10 rebounds also. It seemed like he was always open in this game, even if it was from the perimeter. And that's a thing that you have to love if you him or your teammate. But we just made the right pass to him. Let's see if he can knock it down. And that's the game they was playing against the Pelicans defense. 1 offensive rebound, 4 personal fouls, +11 and plus minus for him. Tyrese Maxey had 18 points in 35 minutes. He went 7 of 18 from the field, 4 of 9 from 3. He's going to come straight at you, and if you try to stop him then or give him too much of a gap, he is not afraid to let that thing fly when it comes to his jump shot. He did have 5 rebounds. He also got the assist, which was 8, and that was the most on the team because you have to commit to guarding him. And once you do that, he can always find a way to get you off guard. And if you do that, he's going to hurt you with the pass because there's so many weapons on this team. And guys can drive, guys can shoot, and guys can also get out in transition. So he just has to keep his head up and just try to make the right play to the best of his ability. And that's what he's doing at that guard position this season for Philly. 1 turnover, 1 steal, 3 personal fouls, a +5 and plus minus. VJ Edgecombe, 37 minutes. It ended up being the most on the team. He had 15 points, 6 of 10 from the field shooting, 2 of 5 from 3. Got some finishes at the rim. Of course, he had to try to make his threes, which he was able to do. And then he made the clutches one, which kept them ahead and made sure the game was over. No more run for the Pelicans to be able to win. 3 rebounds, 5 assists. Is always good to be able to drive and make the right pass quickly, and then it leads to a bucket on top of that. That's one of the best feelings. 1 turnover, 1 steal, 1 personal foul, and a +7 and plus minus. Trendon Watford, 17 minutes, 5 points, 2 of 5 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3. And he also has 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and no turnovers. 2 offensive rebounds, 3 personal fouls, and was a -2 and plus minus. And then Jabari Walker played 8 minutes. He missed his shots. He missed all of his shots. He was 0 of 2 from the field. He had 2 rebounds, no turnovers, and 0 personal fouls. It was a 0 and plus minus. Bona got a nice finish around the rim. Other than that, he finished 1 of 5 from the field, and he had some good looks. The defense just forced him to rush it and force it a little bit, and it didn't work out for him. But he also went 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He did have 6 rebounds and 2 turnovers, but he did get 2 blocks, and that was tied for the most on the team. He also had 2 offensive rebounds, 1 personal foul, was a -2 and plus minus. Quentin Grimes was driving. It worked out for him, but he also missed his only 3. So he finished with 4 points in 16 minutes. He had 4 rebounds, 2 assists, no turnovers. One offensive rebound, no personal fouls, and a -3 and plus minus. And then Jared McCain been stepping up for him off the bench lately. He played 17 minutes, had 12 points. He went 4-7 from the field and 4-6 from three. The 3-point shot is a tough shot, but he's making it look easy, and guys are allowing him to take it. You just, can you make it? And right now he is, so no complaints there, even from a team perspective and a coach perspective. 2 rebounds, 1 assist, no turnovers. 2 offensive rebounds, which was all his boards tonight. Then he had 3 personal fouls and was a +4 and plus minus. 92 field goals from the Pelicans, 43%, and then 94 field goals from the Sixers. They shot 48%, 36 field goals, 42% for the Pelicans. And then the Sixers shot 36 3-pointers. They shot 47%, 22 free throws for the Pelicans, 86%, 23 free throws from the Sixers, 74%, 52 rebounds for the Sixers, 46 for the Pelicans, 28 assists for the Sixers, 23 from the Pelicans, 9 turnovers for the Sixers, 10 for the Pelicans. Both teams had 5 steals, and the Sixers had 4 blocks, while the Pelicans had 11. 12 offensive rebounds for the Sixers, 11 for the Pelicans, 40 defensive rebounds for the Sixers, 35 for the Pelicans, and then 17 personal fouls for the Sixers, 16 for the Pelicans. And the Philadelphia Sixers shot 1 more free throw than the Pelicans, but the Pelicans made it at a better percentage, as I said before. And of course, good game. Really big, clutch, cold-blooded shots from the Sixers to make sure that the Pelicans had no chance of winning and getting back into the game. Although they kept coming and they kept trying to make it interesting, they kept not, making it easy for the Sixers. The Sixers just said nothing you can really do to guard Maxey. There's nothing you can really do to guard Embiid. And if you try to guard them hard, they can get to the free throw line. They can still score anyway. But these other guys can make shots and make the right decision when they get the ball too. So you don't really have too many ways to stop us or slow us down when we have our best players on the court. And that happened, throughout this entire game all the way to the end. And it just was too much for them to overcome. The Pelicans just couldn't get it done on both ends of the court, and that's basically why they've been losing all season. And they're going to continue to lose for that way, because if you can't defend, you can't score at a consistent level, it's going to be hard for you to beat teams consistently. And I don't see that changing no time soon for this roster and the team that they have put together. Maybe in the future, though, and that's what the hope they're trying to sell to the fans. Look at these young guys that we have right now. Look at how they're playing right now, and they're only teenagers or close early 20s, and they can do a lot already at the NBA level. They're starting caliber players at the NBA level, and we'll see if they can continue to add some more talent to this roster so they can have more success in the future. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, share, hit that notification bell to get the analysis when it first come out. Y'all stay blessed up. Y'all stay good. Peace. And I'll see y'all later today, hopefully with more analysis.